One story a day.
For beginners.
Published by DC Canada Education Publishing. Book 12 for December.
Story 1. What is old? One time, I said to my grandfather, "Grandpa, you are so old." He laughed. Then he said, "To a fly, a dog is old. To a dog, a person is old. To a whale, a rock is old. To a rock, the world is old." "That's interesting," I said. My grandpa laughed. Then he said, "So as you can see, compared to many things, I am just a baby." Respect the earth.
Story 2. An Open Door. Once, a man traveled all the way to the North Pole. He wanted to visit the people there. He asked them many things about living in the North. One question was, "What is the worst thing a person could do here?" They answered, "To lock your doors." "Why?" he asked.
That would show that you don't trust your neighbors.
We're always ready to help our neighbors.
Story 3.
A new friend. There was a poor man who was very happy every day. One day, a rich man came to him and said, "Here, take some money and tell me what makes you happy." The man said, "No, thank you, but I can give you something." The rich man was surprised. He said, "What can you give me? I have everything." The man smiled and said, "I give you my friendship." For the first time in a long while, the rich man smiled. Money can't buy everything.
Story 4. A Singing Lesson. I wrote a song for my mother's birthday. I sang the song for her at our family party. I could hear my brothers laugh as I was singing. I am not a good singer, but my mother said it was the best song she'd ever heard. Then my mom asked my brothers to sing. They did. Their singing was worse than mine. We all laughed. My mother said, "That should teach you a lesson."
Now you sing. Story 5. Busy City Life. Shubi lives in Johannesburg. It's a big city in South Africa. She lives with her mother and father in a very big apartment building. Sometimes the city is very noisy. There are many cars and buses honking their horns on the street. Shubi looks out of her window and tries to count all the cars she sees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are too many cars to count.
Look at all the cars and trucks.
Story 6.
The Wrong Direction. One evening, a young man was driving his car to the city. He made a turn down a one-way street. There were no other cars on the road. He didn't see any red lights. He kept driving. A moment later, he saw many cars coming toward him. Suddenly, he realized that he was on a one-way street going in the wrong direction. That was why he didn't see a red light. All the traffic lights were facing the other direction. Where are the traffic lights?
Story 7. Hurly Burly. Grandma uses all kinds of funny words. One day, my 2 brothers and I were running around in the house. She said, "Enough of all this hurly-burly." We stopped and asked, "What's that, Grandma?" "It means stop running around and making so much noise," said Grandma. I like to use her words too, because they remind me of her.
Enough of all this hurly-burly. Stop!
Story 8. Which one first? If I drop an apple and a watermelon from the same height, which one will hit the ground first? Asks Tom. That's so easy, says Mary. The watermelon is big and heavy. It will hit the ground first. Tom smiles. He knows what will happen. He says, no, they will hit the ground at the same time. What? No way! Mary doesn't believe it. It's true. That's science. Tom says, try it yourself. I saw the 2 balls falling from here.
Story 9. A bit about gold. Gold jewelry is beautiful, but it's not just a pretty thing to look at. Gold is very strong and useful. It can be worth a lot. Did you know that 1 kilo of gold costs as much as a car? Gold is used to make many things, and sometimes even teeth. Gold is very valuable. That's why they say good friends are worth their weight in gold.
Gold is special.
Story 10. Visit to BIBI. Today is a special day for Malia. She is going to visit her grandmother. Malia calls her BIBI. BIBI is Swahili for grandma. Malia and her mother are taking a train. Soon, the train will arrive at BIBI's village. Malia will step off the train and see her BIBI. "Hello, BIBI," Malia will say. Then she will give BIBI a nice surprise. Cookies that Malia baked all by herself.
BIBI, I made these cookies for you.
Story 11.
Climb a mountain. Chuma's father is a guide. He helps people climb the highest mountain in Africa. Chuma really wants to go with his father. "Papa, can I climb the mountain with you?" "You must be big and strong. The mountain is 4,900 meters tall," said Papa. Chuma smiled. "I will eat all my food and get strong, then I can climb the mountain." Papa laughed and said, "Yes, my son. One day we will climb the mountain together."
Yay! We'll climb the mountain together.
Story 12. The Boys and the Old Man. 1. Based on a Korean folk tale. 2 boys went out to find happiness. On their path, they met an old man. When the old man learned what the 2 boys were looking for, he said, "I will help you." He took out a big gold coin. "Who wants this?" he asked. Quickly the big boy said, "I will have it." Then the old man took out a little jewel. "Who wants this?" he asked again. The big boy quickly said, "I want that too." And the old man gave it to him. Who wants this gold coin? Story 13, The Boys and the Old Man, 2, based on a Korean folktale. Now the old man put down his bag. "I am very tired," he said. "Who will help me carry my bag?" The big boy did not say anything. The small boy took up the bag. "You are tired. I will carry it for you," he said. The old man smiled. "Take the bag. It is yours, and everything inside is yours too." The small boy opened the bag to find it filled with thousands of jewels. When he turned to thank the old man, he was gone.
Where has he gone?
Story 14. Our Hair. Tim does not like getting his hair cut. His mom tells him that we all need to cut our hair. "But why?" asks Tim. His mom explains that if he does not cut his hair, it will get too long. "We have more than 100,000 hairs on our head," she says. "Think of how you will look if you don't cut your hair and your hair keeps growing," says his mom. I would look terrible," says Tim.
Is my hair too long?
Story 15, Water in 3 ways. Water is a strange thing. You can put water in a glass and drink it, or use it to wash your hands. If you put water in a freezer, it will change. It will become ice. Ice is cold and hard, but it is still water. Isn't that amazing? Put water in a pot and heat it up. It changes again. It comes out as wet, hot air. It is now called steam. Water can take on many different shapes and forms, but it is always water.
This is not cool.
Story 16. Click. I have a camera that is 100 years old. This old camera is not like a cell phone camera that we use today. It's very big and heavy. It belonged to my uncle. Sometimes I wonder what this old camera would say if it could talk. It would have so many memories to share. There is an old saying, "A picture is worth 1,000 words." I think that's true. How about you?
These pictures are taken with that old camera.
Story 17. Canada Gets a Flag. When my dad was a little boy, Canada did not have its own flag. But in February 1965, Canada got its own flag. It is red and white. The really special thing is the big red maple leaf in the center of the flag. The maple leaf is a symbol of Canada. Maple trees grow almost everywhere in Canada. They are strong like Canadians. My dad says it makes him really happy whenever he sees the new flag flying in the wind.
The maple leaf is a symbol of Canada.
Story 18. When I was young. I'm a grandma. I love to tell stories from my life. I often start with, when I was young. My grandson Mika is almost 3 years old. We often visit the museum on weekends. Last Saturday, we went to the museum to see the dinosaurs. Mika said to me, "Grandma, when I was young, I was scared to see the dinosaurs." It made me laugh, but it was true. The first time Mika saw the dinosaurs, he was very scared and he cried. Now he is not afraid anymore.
Good morning, dinosaur.
Story 19.
Chinese Animal Years. 1. A boy wanted to learn about the Chinese years and why they named the years after animals. He asked his uncle, Dr. Chan. Dr. Chan said, "Long ago there was a race to get across a big river. The years are named for the first 12 animals to get across the river." "What are the 12 animals?" asked the boy. "Rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig," said his uncle.
Why did they name the years after animals?
Story 20. Chinese Animal Years. 2. "What about the cat? Why isn't the cat one of the 12 animals?" asked the boy. When crossing the river, both the cat and rat got a ride on the ox. But near the end, the rat pushed the cat into the river, said Dr. Chan. When the cat got to the other side of the river, the years were already named, and to this day, the cat and the rat do not like each other. "How interesting," said the boy. "I want to win the race."
Story 21. The Little Lion. There once was a man who raised a baby lion in the jungle. He was like a father to the little lion. But one day the man had to return home, so he left the jungle and the lion. A few years later, the man came back to the jungle. Suddenly, a huge lion came running up to him. The lion pushed the man to the ground. The man was very afraid. Then the lion licked his face. It was his baby lion.
Help!
Story 22. Uncle's Phone. 1. Uncle Anthony loves his phone. He takes it everywhere he goes. Even at home, he always has his phone nearby. He wants to be able to check his emails often. One day, on a business trip, his phone was stolen. Uncle Anthony was very upset. He felt lost without his phone. He didn't know how he was going to keep up with his work. "It's the worst day of my life," said my uncle.
I have to answer this email now.
Story 23. Uncle's Phone. 2. Uncle Anthony used his phone for many things. He used it to take pictures. Then, all of his pictures were gone. He used the phone as a watch. Without the phone, he could not see what time it was. That was not all. He used his phone to send and receive emails. But on that day, he had no way to check his email. Of course, he could not talk to his family on the phone either. Suddenly, I am thrown back to 30 years ago, said my poor uncle.
What time is it?
Story 24. Christmas Tree. At Christmas time, my family puts up a Christmas tree. We get our tree from a tree farm. Every December, Mom and Dad tell me to dress really warm. I put on my hat and my mittens. I wear warm boots and my winter coat. We walk in the snow to find our tree. Then, Dad cuts it down and we take it home. It will be our Christmas tree. We do this every year.
What about this one, Dad?
Story 25. A Green Christmas. Christmas Day is always on December 25th. It's usually very cold at that time of the year. There is usually a lot of snow on the ground. When it snows on Christmas Day, people call it a white Christmas. But this Christmas Day is unusual. It's not cold at all. The weather is warm, and there is no snow because it's 18 degrees outside. I guess people could call this a green Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Story 26. There is no place like home. There once was a man who traveled all over the world. He saw many things. He learned about different places, met many people, and ate many different kinds of food. He climbed mountains and swam in beautiful oceans. After a year of travel, he came home to his wife and children. He sat by the fire and said, "I have everything I want right here. This is home. There really is no place like home."
There is no place like home.
Story 27. A proverb. What is a proverb? The little girl asks her father. It is an old saying that has a special meaning, her father answers. There are many proverbs being used all over the world. A proverb can help us understand things in an easy and simple way. Here is an example. Don't count your chickens before they are hatched. Can you guess what it really means?
How many chickens are there?
Story 28. A Man and His Chickens. 1. A man had a chicken, and it laid 6 eggs in its nest. The man looked at the eggs and counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Soon I will have 6 new chickens. Imagine what I can buy when I sell these chickens, he thought. Yes, I will sell those 6 chickens. Then I will go to the shoemaker and ask him to make new shoes for me. The man was very excited.
From the 6 eggs, I will have 6 chickens.
Story 29. A Man and His Chickens. 2. The man went to see the shoemaker. "Make me a new pair of shoes," he said, "and I will give you 6 chickens." The shoemaker agreed. A few days later, when the man went to check his eggs, he saw only broken eggshells. "Oh no," he exclaimed. A fox had come in and eaten all his chicken eggs. The man began to cry. He had counted eggs, not chickens. A fox came in and ate all the eggs.
Story 30. Too many pockets. My mom has a new bag. It's a Christmas gift from my dad. The new bag has many pockets. There are 3 big pockets and 2 small pockets inside the bag. There are also pockets on the outside and 1 on each side of the bag. When Mom puts her keys in the bag, it's hard for her to find the keys later. She can't remember which pocket she put them in. She says, "I lost my keys inside my bag."
Why are there so many pockets?
Story 31. A New Year's Promise. It is New Year's Eve. Quinn is excited. In just 2 hours, it is going to be a new year. The year will be 2018 at midnight. Quinn is going to make a New Year's resolution. A resolution is a promise to do something to make yourself better. Quinn promises to practice speaking clearly and loudly because he would like to give a speech in front of many people. It is hard to keep a resolution, but Quinn is going to try very hard to keep it till the end of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen,